On this Roman evening again, at calendar to April 2025, Wednesday, I got contact also for chasing. My contact said this actually rendezvous a destiny, the future, like millennium also actually. That's already being talked, was to be, between alien family and Europe and also United States. Contact already continue from this millennium by the bri666 one could discovering. My confirmation context say also this should not disturb appointment international alien family for about the future to human being. Exactly, context says similar. And I'm just the protocoler and call because the conditions case also cannot be changed because also social interest not to be weak for made particular or encore. This is actually coincidence. My context said should not be rebellion too much because actually this millennium on appointment also after century to century already being wait actually and just arrive to this millennium. Human commanding goes to grave. Human supernatural, ethnic and costumes, and already being busted, being claimed by an bri666 one can discovering. Meanwhile, also my context said feel about another coincidence also actually about the broken corporate Christian through Indonesia country also domiciliary suspect which meaning also text said they ignore for the situation because also our chronology chronic actually for about supernatural international by them the free agents and that not just came from a local ethnic also. That's the secondary point. My context need to be report also about that because this moment millennium actually on appointment also supra international good nationality in Galactica for about alien friendship human also want to continue and perhaps that's being disturbed by the case human commanding goes to grave the betrayer of the appointment actually and I just too deep too extreme for complain about them. My context need to be explained about that also because this progress should not goes by the wind and no appointment at all. In fact, said the appointment is one point to be thinking also. Even the case following behind, him a commanding goes to grave the betrayal actually, because also their resources actually none to be stopped, or meaning also extreme independence actually, but should not cancelling the appointment international. Contact the Allen family already doing the corporate and also Friendship International, and that's not to be against just because the case context need to be pointing for the code him commanding goes to grave or human doing activity supernatural non-ordinary to explaining. Contact is similar with that. So that it's kind of coincidence to meet with 666, because also about the domicile address actually from country Indonesia. Context very surprised for that. And I've got contact also for about that should not become stereotype or negative for the progress also. The appointment already began by Allen family assessment to the default number equal people and then ID 666 one called discovery. Context say very many conversations on international actually about that. The 666 from internal 666 one called discovery. That's kind of confusing and very shocking because non-predictable by public actually. I want to apologize for that, and I need your understanding for about my status also as founder of 666 in the world, because also the appointment context this actually destiny century to century, and that's where it goes to internal 666 one for discovery. Not to be negative for the meaning. The God context say this momentum coincident supernatural rebellion human commanding goes from grave will not become problematica for the appointment alien farm international. it's going to be left behind by the executions or authentications international with alien family living actually. I'm trying my best for made explanations on these moments from friends also. I want to say hi to People's International. I want your permissions for the situations advocate about case supernatural millennium chemical commanding goes in grave. That's already being experienced by many people also actually on international. I'm definitely being manipulated because about that, and same time also chasing public also reproof my claim internet definitive not bluffing. That's true claim and not bluffing. And I'm waiting for about my reward case also for next. And through this moment contacting each other also, I received the message also but about the friendships Indonesian Christians domestic actually not very smooth, not very confident, and that's context said also these informations came from Indonesia Islamia community. Context say 666 by Antenari 666 ICDM actually being controversial also by church and Christian community in Indonesia. Kind of argumentations not very rational, not very logic actually for their complaint actually, but definitive being controversial and also not very support by Indonesia Christian. Context they also include status as suspect that going to be executed by Antenari 666 one also. Perhaps not very clear, not being recognized by Antenari 666 one. That's one point. Next also need to be conference for evaluate context because also this progress should on conclusions for about the case and also meaning about reward name Ivan Cornell. Context actually Indonesia Islam not want to responsibly Antenari 666 one because also Indonesian Christian community made frictions or adopting Antenari 666 one they kind of jealous for Antenari 666 one about, and that's being following by their friendship also through Indonesia Islam. Made argumentations not very clear actually, because what they're talking about actually being suspect also by them in same time also. For about segment by segment their argumentations case also. Então, the RI666 one for discovering. Context say this Indonesian Christian actually dominant on relations, corporate friendships, ordinary with white-skinned peoples actually, and following behind also with Asia peoples, and their own different thoughts, different mainstream to explain about law and also politics, kind of apartheid for a simple word, and not very empathy for explain about their attitude also. My context said I need to make the report conference on these days so can be evaluated to understanding about one connect sweet code from internet to become true as project or monetary world also. Okay, that's my contact resume also. Say very sad actually to know about that, and that's actually attitude from them since years ago. Not very empathy community actually. Context say and the RI666 one going to discover actually already correctly for his claim internet through about the improvement together also with police and also government, but not being understand by peoples which already being investigated, already being conversations. Exactly, there are actually some peoples from Indonesian Christian basically. And this need to be exposed, need to be blown up by Internet 6661 for discovering me, so we can discuss about that, even that's not going to make any conclusions, because jealousy also for the predictable. For the predictions, for the predictions, not predictable. And text said that's also the problem case for about bri also, and also about Adi Bana Merdeka and Slatina also for general situation. Actually, they're both not being support exactly for the monumental Indonesian Soekarno by Indonesian Christian community actually, and the domestic also for meaning. Now want to understand about that. Context say the rather to choose against Indonesian Republic than supporting Adi Bana Merdeka and Slatina to about the monumental national Indonesian Republic Soekarno. Jealous, that's actually. And context say also this community actually also about the Kiliga, about the family, another also from Islam Indonesia for next situations also. And this all situation based my context say should not disturb appointment international alien family on this millennium. Even about supernatural, which already being alibi actually spared by two entity or situations for meaning between alien family Houdini and Duffer Copperfield context say since that years also already. And for another side also the human commanding goes from grave suspect that's already been claimed by the bri666 one discovering. Context said international appointment alien family millennium should not be disturbed by the case. Already being conversations, already being delegated also between alien family and countries such also Europe and United States, America. And I'm support about that also. That's why I made this conference report also, because my context say also I need to make the conference evaluations so can be understand by public or countries also. Context say similar with that. The situation case actually whereby the human commanding goes to grave actually non-responsible situations. Local peoples just made riots by method supernatural to hear or for about the experience everybody, and that seems our indications want to make disturb for about appointment international alien family. I just being suggest to make the conference report for about that. And my context said also for next point also actually problem about my status as son of Adi Bana Merdeka. Context said this complaint also came from Asia peoples and also white skinned peoples that already recognize Mr. Adi Bana Merdeka and Slatina. Context said that's also one point problematica. Whatever I said, I just own status as son of Adi Bana Merdeka and Slatina. And for next point also, reasons for changing the situations, potentials for about revolt, naming one colonel to another peoples or opponent. Context say similar with rebellion or disturber, troublemaker, similar. These all combine each other, and I already made my sweet code to internet. And context said for the climax situations actually next point also what about white skinned peoples as a troublemaker or just want to make disturb to name it one corner to enter 666 one could scarf him. Even the claim already correctly and being alibi by many peoples. Oh, and also about Asia peoples also context that's also for about Asia peoples the troublemaker that want to disturb for about successions case revolt name one command. Context says since 2008 need to be remembered that actually includes suspect Asia peoples for about ordinary job business name in one corner and alibi just got the confirmation from them on this day also similar to about our thinking on this conference minutes that Asia peoples already made their testimony to their friendship locale for about their status also suspect to one colonel case actually, and that's by reason by moment segment case also. Actually this community Asia peoples context say not just white skinned peoples. Context said for next point also reason by them also about porn, also about sex which not being recognized by name in one corner. Porn website or about social media and just in time International 666 one called scarf removing just made the claim case and context say that's actually problem for them. Actually kinda confused but similar with that for the explanations. Include also porn for about sex, that's also context say on this moment also. And for the next point, reason also about ISIS as mistake began through this millennium. Actually, include also Asian peoples and light-skinned peoples, but not kind of similar perspective also for about that. 6661 got discovery meaning okay on this moment evening trying to make the evaluations contact just happening and I'm still seized for my sick court. And I got contact also that's also about the Indonesian military that's on problem with their attitude. Definitely not kind professional as we told about them actually. They also include as one point troublemaker for reward case name in one corner successions happening. And back again for the speech particular actually about alien family poem international millennium context say this case human commanding goes to grave actually another side problematica international should not combine with the appointment alien family successions. And also for about their status also as Ali International for experienced superordinary peoples. Context need to be responsible self actually, not blaming Alien Family International for the coincidence or conspirations local. Okay, that's all I think. My contact silent, not very noisy anymore, and seems this still about the friendship international white skins. What about United States also for meaning, or perhaps about Australia also, or Europe, something about the friendship with Indonesia also. Not very smooth, not very confident because Indonesian country doesn't want to become slave for the international dominations, even that what about internet global. And about also the trick or plan conspirations social domestic Indonesia for sponsoring their life also. That's also one point next also. Context it's still problematica also. So white skinned peoples or Asia peoples because this case also actually include for about Indonesian local people's loan money from for agents such as also Asia peoples or white skinned peoples, and still chasing but not very care for made the conclusions just keep around on ordinary friendship context say the conversation about that also not very clear between them just through the problematica 20 ID 666 one called scarf remaining as the black goat situation and potential also. That's also one point. I context say I'm definitive on little potentials probability for my case reward actually, because still being argumentations, still being complaint, because this moment actually just in time context say also about that, actually not to be wait for meaning on a reward case on future, such also project or money, to name it one corner. That's actually one argumentations by the syndicates. Context said for about information also, Indonesian government attaché or chambers actually already posted, already found the troublemaker, and that includes also internal military Indonesia for about legal online also, or about the girls also, and supernatural confusing among social also, and that includes also about artist Jakarta and their married. Context also for about that, and for about my parents also contact to this moment means say still coordination still on good contact with Indonesia government or friendship since years ago, family or about friends also still in good relations. And context it also for about the hooker, or meaning also the moment sexuality happening among social. That's although one momentum suspect very latent and blaming internet ID 666 one could discovery meaning need to be conference also about that. And context say a serious complaint or claim case on internet, name it one corner already being attention by government and already being investigated also by social network for about the troublemaker to ordinary life, name it one corner, and already being found for about the identity troublemakers or the community also each others. Context say this kind of pretender community actually, but already being confirmations to government and still coordinations also for the execution or about reward money to name it one corner for meaning. And context set also still ambiguous also for basic status suspect also. Context set need to be confirmed also by name in one corner. There is probability for status suspect also for agents, not just local people from Indonesia country. And this also about made trouble on local domestic country Indonesia and also countries and other. Need to be confirmed by the RE666 one could discover because also this progress still confusing for their friendship or their corporate criminal also. Okay, I think that's all. I already made many conferences through this day. I hope that can be understand because that's meaning also I'm serious, really in trouble in here, and I will be trying my best for my English speech also, even I'm not too well. I hope kind of simple for explain about my work. And alibi definitive already proof, by government not to be hide again because this already 2025. Thank you very much. I'll see you again. There's already many conferences I made on internet. That's one point. God bless you and Assalamualaikum and Bodhisattva Om Swantiasu. And for the last word, I just want to say anjing, babi, kontol kau semua. Thank you very much. See you again.